Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Chief of Defense Forces Field Marshal Asim Munir has met Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi in Tehran as Islamabad steps up efforts to prevent renewed conflict between Iran and the United States. Diplomatic efforts are focused on extending the current ceasefire as regional tensions remain high. Earlier, a high-level Pakistani delegation has arrived in Tehran as Islamabad continues its role in facilitating dialogue between the United States and Iran. The delegation, led by Field Marshal Asim Munir and including Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, was received by Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. The visit is part of ongoing mediation efforts, with Pakistan acting as a key intermediary in diplomatic exchanges between Washington and Tehran. Parallel to that, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has arrived in Jeddah as part of a multi-country visit to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Turkey. He was received by senior Saudi officials, including Prince Saud bin Mushal, along with diplomats from both countries. The visit aims to strengthen bilateral ties and enhance Pakistan's diplomatic engagement on regional and global issues. The Prime Minister's visits to Saudi Arabia and Qatar are taking place in a bilateral context, as he will meet the leadership of both countries to discuss ongoing cooperation as well as regional peace and security. Key areas of discussion will include strengthening bilateral relations as well as addressing regional peace and security challenges. Following his Gulf engagements, the PM will travel to Turkey to attend the 5th Antalya Diplomacy Forum. US President Donald Trump has indicated major progress in negotiations with Iran, stating that extending the ceasefire may not be necessary as a resolution could be reached sooner. In multiple media interviews, Trump emphasized that a lasting agreement is preferable to prolonging the ceasefire. Speaking to Fox News, he said the conflict with Iran is nearing its end and that decisive action was taken to prevent Tehran from becoming a nuclear power. In an interview with ABC News, Trump reiterated that there would likely be no need to extend the ceasefire period, adding that a comprehensive agreement, particularly one supporting Iran's reconstruction, remains the best option. US President Donald Trump says he asked Chinese President Xi Jinping not to supply weapons to Iran. In an interview, Trump said Xi responded by assuring that China is not providing arms to Tehran. The comments come amid heightened tensions, with Washington warning of potential tariffs on countries accused of supporting Iran militarily. Also, President Trump has said that China is very happy about him permanently opening the Strait of Hormuz for them and for the world. In a social media post, he said China is working with the United States and supports efforts to reopen the strait. The White House says reports it has requested a ceasefire in the Iran war are incorrect, but confirms talks with Tehran are ongoing and productive. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said discussions on a second round of negotiations are underway, with Pakistan emerging as the key mediator. She added that while no new talks are confirmed yet, the administration remains optimistic about the prospects for a deal. Iran secretly acquired a Chinese spy satellite, giving the Islamic Republic a new capability to target US military bases across the Middle East during the recent war. The Financial Times reported that the TEE-01B satellite, built and launched by Chinese company Earth Eye Co., was acquired by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' Aerospace Force in late 2024, after it was launched into space from China. Citing time-stamped coordinate lists, satellite imagery, and orbital analysis, the newspaper said the Iranian military commanders directed the satellite to monitor major US military sites. Meanwhile, the US military says it has fully enforced a naval blockade on Iranian ports, halting maritime trade in and out of the country within 36 hours. Central Command says forces are targeting all shipping entering or leaving Iranian ports, with thousands of personnel, warships and aircraft involved in the operation. Officials say multiple oil tankers have already been intercepted and redirected as Washington ramps up pressure on Tehran. Also, the US-sanctioned crude carrier Alicia has entered the Gulf via the Strait of Hormuz. The vessel has a record of carrying Iranian oil since 2023. The empty tanker with a 2 million barrel oil capacity is heading to Iraq to load cargo on Thursday. Meanwhile, Pakistan has secured a crucial financial lifeline as Saudi Arabia pledged $3 billion in additional support to help stabilize the country's economy. Both Saudi officials and Finance Minister Mohammed Aurangzeb announced that Saudi Arabia has agreed to provide a $3 billion deposit to Pakistan, aimed at supporting its balance of payments and easing immediate financial pressures. The minister said this fresh support comes in addition to Riyadh's decision to extend the tenure of an existing $5 billion deposit, further reinforcing Pakistan's financial stability. Russia has attacked Ukraine overnight with hundreds of drones and 3 ballistic missiles, targeting port infrastructure in the south and wounding at least 7 people. Ukraine's Air Force said that Russia launched 324 drones and 3 ballistic missiles. Air defense units shot down or neutralized 309 drones, but the missiles and 13 drones hit at 9 locations. The regional governor said 3 people were injured in an overnight Russian drone attack on the southeastern city of Dnipro. The attack is also said to have damaged a 9-story apartment building and an administrative building. And a teenage student has shot dead at least 4 people, including 3 pupils and a teacher, at a middle school in southeastern Turkey. This marks the second school shooting in the region in 2 days. Authorities say the attacker, an 8th grade student, entered classrooms with multiple weapons and opened fire indiscriminately, wounding at least 20 others. The gunman later killed himself. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.